Many people chase work-life balance. They believe that achieving this balance will lead to a happier, more fulfilling life. They imagine a scale perfectly balanced between work and personal life. This is a myth. The idea of a perfect balance is an illusion that many strive for, but few, if any, ever achieve. Life is messy and unpredictable. It is filled with unexpected events and challenges that can throw off any semblance of balance. Striving for perfect balance creates stress and disappointment. The constant pressure to maintain this balance can lead to feelings of inadequacy and frustration. It is an unrealistic expectation. This myth is harmful. It sets an unattainable standard that can make people feel like they are failing when they inevitably fall short. It makes people feel inadequate when their lives aren't perfectly compartmentalized. The comparison to others who seem to have it all together only exacerbates these feelings. It ignores the reality that priorities shift. What is important today may not be as important tomorrow, and that is okay. Sometimes work demands more attention. There are times when deadlines, projects, and career goals take precedence. Other times, family or personal needs take precedence. There are moments when being present for loved ones or taking care of personal well-being is more important. Instead of chasing an impossible ideal, focus on what truly matters. Reflect on what brings you joy and fulfillment. Identify your values and priorities. Understand what is truly important to you and let that guide your decisions. Design your life to reflect these, not a mythical standard. Create a plan that aligns with your values and allows for flexibility. This approach allows for flexibility and adaptation. It acknowledges that life is dynamic and ever-changing. Remember, life is not about achieving perfect balance. It is about finding harmony and satisfaction in the various aspects of your life. It's about aligning your time and energy with what matters most. Focus on what brings you the most value and fulfillment. Let go of the myth and embrace a more realistic and fulfilling approach. By doing so, you can lead a more content and meaningful life. Constantly chasing perfect balance is exhausting. We often find ourselves juggling multiple roles and responsibilities, trying to meet the high expectations we set for ourselves. This relentless pursuit can leave us feeling drained and overwhelmed. It creates pressure to compartmentalize life into neat boxes. We try to keep our work life and personal life separate, believing that this will help us manage everything more effectively. However, this approach can often lead to more stress as we struggle to maintain these boundaries. Work stays at work. Personal time is strictly for leisure. This rigid separation can make us feel like we are constantly switching between different modes, never fully able to relax or focus on one thing at a time. This rigid approach ignores the interconnectedness of our lives. Our work and personal lives are not separate entities. They are intertwined and influence each other in many ways. Trying to keep them completely separate can lead to a sense of disconnection and imbalance. Imagine trying to perfectly divide a glass of water in half. It's an impossible task. Just like water, our time and energy cannot be perfectly divided between work and personal life. There will always be some overlap, and that's okay. Similarly, trying to rigidly separate work and life leads to frustration. We may find ourselves constantly switching gears, unable to fully focus on either work or personal tasks. This can lead to a sense of inadequacy and frustration. Work will inevitably bleed into personal time and vice versa. It's natural for our thoughts and concerns to spill over from one area of our life to another. Instead of fighting this, we can learn to accept and manage it. This constant striving for balance can lead to burnout. When we push ourselves too hard to achieve an unrealistic ideal, we risk our mental and physical health. Burnout can leave us feeling exhausted, unmotivated, and disconnected from both our work and personal lives. We feel like we are failing at both work and life. This sense of failure can be overwhelming and can impact our self-esteem and overall well-being. It's important to recognize that it's okay to not have everything perfectly balanced all the time. We are never fully present in either realm. When we are constantly trying to juggle multiple responsibilities, it can be difficult to fully engage in any one activity. This can lead to a sense of dissatisfaction and a feeling that we are not giving our best to either our work or our personal life. This mental and emotional strain impacts our well-being. The stress of trying to achieve perfect balance can take a toll on our mental and emotional health. It's important to find ways to manage this stress and prioritize our well-being. Instead of aiming for perfect separation, accept overlap. Embracing the natural overlap between work and personal life can help us feel more balanced and less stressed. It's okay to let these areas of our life intersect and support each other. Embrace the moments when work and life intersect. These moments can be opportunities to connect with our loved ones and find joy in our work. By allowing ourselves to be flexible, we can create a more harmonious and fulfilling life. This approach allows for more flexibility and reduces the pressure to achieve the unattainable. By letting go of the need for perfect balance, we can focus on what truly matters and find a sense of peace and fulfillment in our everyday lives. Life is not static, it's a constantly evolving journey filled with unexpected twists and turns. Every day brings new challenges and opportunities, and it's up to us to navigate through them with grace and resilience. It's a dynamic dance between various roles and responsibilities. We wear many hats, often switching between them multiple times a day. From being a dedicated professional to a loving parent, a supportive friend, and a passionate hobbyist, each role demands our attention and energy. Accepting this fluidity is key to thriving. Embracing the ever-changing nature of life allows us to be more adaptable and resilient. It helps us to find joy in the little moments and to stay grounded amidst the chaos. Work-life integration is a more realistic approach than rigid balance. Think of a juggler. They don't aim to keep all objects at the same height at all times. Instead, they focus on the rhythm and flow, adjusting their movements to keep everything in motion. They don't strive to keep all objects at the same height. They understand that some items need to be higher at certain times, while others can be lower. This flexibility is what keeps everything in balance. They gracefully toss and catch, adapting to the rhythm of the act. Similarly, we can navigate our responsibilities by being flexible and responsive to the demands of each moment. Similarly, we can navigate work and life by prioritizing and adapting. By setting clear priorities and being willing to adjust our plans, we can manage our time and energy more effectively. Some days, work requires more focus. Deadlines, meetings, and projects may demand our full attention, and that's okay. It's important to give our best effort when needed. Other days, family or personal needs take center stage. Spending quality time with loved ones, taking care of personal health, or simply relaxing can be just as important as professional achievements. It's about finding a rhythm that works for you, not adhering to a fixed formula. Each person's life is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. The key is to find a balance that feels right for you. Embrace the ebb and flow. Just like the tides, life has its highs and lows. By accepting this natural rhythm, we can navigate through the ups and downs with greater ease. Recognize that some periods require more focus on certain areas. There will be times when work demands more of our attention, and other times when personal life takes precedence. It's all part of the dynamic nature of life. This flexible approach allows you to adjust to life's changing demands without feeling like you're failing. By being adaptable and open to change, we can find a sense of balance and fulfillment in our daily lives. Prioritizing what truly matters. Shifting from balance to prioritization is crucial. Identify what truly matters to you. Is it spending time with family, pursuing a hobby, or excelling in your career? These priorities will guide your decisions. Once you know your priorities, allocate time accordingly. This might mean blocking time for family dinners or scheduling dedicated work hours. It's about making conscious choices that align with your values. Don't be afraid to say no to commitments that don't serve your priorities. This might mean declining extra projects at work or skipping social events that drain your energy. Remember, your time and energy are precious resources. Invest them wisely in activities and relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment. Redefining success. It's personal. Success looks different for everyone. Don't let societal expectations dictate your definition of success. It's not about climbing the corporate ladder or having it all. It's about living a life that feels meaningful to you. Maybe success means being present for your children's milestones. Perhaps it's pursuing a creative passion or making a difference in your community. Define success on your own terms. Let go of comparisons. Someone else's definition of success might not resonate with you. Focus on your own journey and celebrate your achievements, no matter how big or small. Remember, true success is about aligning your actions with your values. It's about finding joy in the journey and creating a life that feels authentically yours.